I am going to Power Morphicon in August. Will Henry's name come out of my mouth during that at any point in that room? No. I don't want to get kicked out. I want to go enjoy myself. Are you going to Power Morphicon? And if you are you planning on name dropping Henry?
Are you going?
I don't go to any place planning name dropping anybody. But if it comes up in conversation, like it has with Scott Zillner, I will do. Like, what you guys are afraid. Like, and if you guys don't want to do that, that's your right. But I have name drops. Henry Resilient to Scott Zillner before, and there's been no issues. And
but I'm also smart about when I talk.
Okay, but
if you guys sure, and
no. So Matt is basically insinuating Brent is not smart when he talks. Shout out to Matt. I don't even know where you're at. Matt, you doing Uber tonight? Check in, man.
I get what you're saying. Like you're being diplomatic in certain situations. I get it. But if you guys feel that the mere mention of Henry Resilient, especially in terms of opposing him, if you feel that I deserve to be kicked out just because of that, then we can't. There's nothing more we could discuss. You guys feel that you support that soft behavior. The mere mention of Henry Resilient, you're soft. I mentioned Henry Resilient. Okay,
let's go, Brent.
Henry Resilient. Okay, I oppose Henry Resilient. You guys don't like me. That's your problem. Henry Resilient has the willingness to say what other people aren't willing to say, and if people don't like that, that's your problem. I oppose Henry Resilient. You should be. Chrissy was right to be mad at you. That's
shit, Brent.
You guys are pissed. You guys are soft.
Holy shit.
And I spend more time than I should on this channel because you guys are pretty soft. So if I mentioned another guy at Power Morphicon that Henry Resilient, he does great work, and then I get security guards, and you guys are like, that's okay. You guys are, come on now. Ooh. Henry is his channel is great despite our disagreements.
First off, why the fuck you here? Why the hell are you here? Why do you come up here every week and start a bunch of bullshit and then just expect people not to be mad at you? Like,
they have a right to be mad. I mean, that's not an issue. People have right to have their opinions, but this idea that Chris Karen has a right to have say false accusations, to have security called on me because of Henry Resilient, because I mentioned Henry's name. Oh my God, you guys are. I will continue mentioning his name, and if Scott Zillner wants to kick me out because I'm just because I mentioned Henry Resilient, I will. And you guys, if you guys take an issue with it, too bad.
All right.
Stay resilient.
Oh shit! All right. He was cooking. All right. So exactly. Brent said sometimes you gotta pop out and show ninjas. All right, you gotta pop out and show. Say what you want, but that was definitely one of the best moments in Call-In history. Compliments of Brent. Standing on business as y'all are scared. I think Dust would go to a con and he would say my name with no ease, no problems. But here is a contributor to the show behind the scenes. He's going to follow up to basically the person who called out Brent and said, hey, he failed to mention that he mentioned my name. And once they mentioned my name, the dynamic of the conversation changed. That's where Geek Culture comes in. And let's hear what he had to say about it. Hopefully he's still watching.
Geek Culture 101 here. I want to take a moment and address the situation in regards to Brent at Rangerstop and Pop. I know recently an insider came out claiming that Brent exaggerated things and that Brent was all to blame and all this stuff. And that didn't sit right with me because I witnessed what happened to Brent. Now, I'm not saying Brent was innocent in any of it, but I witnessed it and it was not cool and it was not like they said. Unfortunately, I've been sick since Rangerstop and Pop. I had COVID and pneumonia. And a bunch of
God damn, the Reaper was coming for that ass, man. They was trying to ring the bell on you.
Complications from that, which is why I haven't come on the stream. And since I didn't know for certain if I would be able to make the stream, I decided to do this little video. Now, the first part of the con started out, I had the volunteer meeting. And during so, as you know, one person came out claiming Discord messages in regards to wanting to take ASJ out. I found out later Henry got blamed for that, which was ridiculous and all that and was banned. But we already know that. That's old news. So worked the con Friday night, everything cool, no issues. Even said hi to ASJ, even though I don't like the guy.
Oh my goodness.
Bad boys.
Ain't no problem. Saturday, I was off. I know that ruffled a few feathers because they didn't want us volunteers only working one day, but I told them ahead of time there was no way I could do more than one day because last year I did that and I didn't get to enjoy the con at all. And I also deal with chronic pain being in my wheelchair and things like that. It gets a little rough staying there for hours on a time, multiple days. But they went ahead and allowed it, whatever. Everything went good that day. I attended the con just as an attendee. Well, then on the way out Sunday, I decided to stop back by for one last loop around, try to get my interviews done, which, as you may have seen, I did one with Justin Nevo. Anyway, so I did
Justin Nemo, the original Silver Ranger.
that. As I'm going in, I noticed Brent going in. Now, I've never met Brent. I've seen him on this show many, many times, but I had never personally met the guy. He and I had our differences in regards to ASJ, so I wasn't super eager about meeting him, but whatever. Anyway, he went in, we didn't speak. About 20 minutes or so later, I noticed the security officer talking with, I believe it was Christy.
Yo, everyone go sub to my man Greek Culture. Get him to 1,000. All right, go sub to him. I'll post his channel in the description.
Head of volunteers assistant. Now, I could be wrong with who he was talking to specifically. I wasn't really paying attention, honestly. Well, I asked if everything was okay because it looked kind of serious. And he said there's a fan that's overstepping and making some of the guests feel uncomfortable. So if you see anyone kind of overstepping, watch for body signs and things that he knew of with a background in security and martial arts that I knew to be aware of. Even though I wasn't working, he said if I seen anything, I would definitely help out. So I didn't think much of that. Did some filming and stuff around the con, get ready to leave. And on the way out, Christy's assistant, I believe her name was Kimmy, shouted for my friend who had also been a volunteer to hold the door and not move.
Now, if you guys don't remember, Brent did go up to Steve Cardenas and he asked him a question about his affiliation with Zach Taylor McGinnis, guys. So there you go. You have that, which is going to obviously rub Steve Cardenas the wrong way.
Move. He was very firm about that. So he did. As I finished coming out of the door to get out of the way, I noticed Brent was being talked to by the security officer, Jim, who was a phenomenal guy. That we couldn't have had a better choice for security. And I overheard a little of his conversation. I believe he handled it very well and said, basically Brent was overstepping a little bit, making some uncomfortable questions and accusations with some of the actors, and he needed to tone it down.
Now, remember, guys, Brent is of the opinion he can ask these people whatever he wants. They're taking his money. He has the right to ask a question. Now, he does. However, ask the wrong question, you may get a unfortunate experience.
And that was kind of, I thought, well, right then, the assistant comes back with Christy. She marches up to Brent, and she just went off. She was accusing him of not being a fan, said that he was just there to cause trouble, and repeatedly just kept saying, "Are you a fan?" She was harsh. It looked like somebody slapped Brent. Now, I'm not saying Brent was innocent because I definitely believe he overstepped, but she was way harsher than even I believe Brent made it out to be. So to me,
so he's of the opinion that Brent downplayed the interaction with Karen Ashley's friend.
That was rough. And she kind of walked off. So I went up to Brent and introduced myself, asked if he was okay, because I could tell this man was visibly shaken. Now, I don't get all of what may have transpired in the con because I wasn't privy to all of it, just what I've relayed here.
So he didn't see the part leading up to it. Remember, the person who came up anonymously said, hey, Brent name dropped me. And we're talking, the conversation was fine. Once he name dropped me, that's when security got involved. They're like, oh, you're the guy.
However, this man was upset, and it wasn't no calm confrontation it was making out to be earlier by this other insider. So I said, hey, are you okay? We have our differences, but this wasn't handled right. I felt he may not have thought a whole lot about confronting him in front of my friend and I, since we were both volunteers and part of that team, but it should have been handled in private. It should not nearly have been as harsh from everything I had been told, especially after the security police officer had already handled the situation. It should have been over and done then. So that was just wrong, period. And there was no nice lady just simply addressing it. Even if Brent asked uncomfortable questions to the actors, it should not have been that, and he should not have been repeatedly accused of not being a fan, because we all know Brent is a fan, regardless of what anyone says.
Now, I am of the opinion, since you brought up a person who's banned, who's this con's public enemy number one, yes, they gonna give your ass some quote unquote scrutiny. They gonna spoof you. They gonna lie and say, hey, we know you recording people just to see how you react. They're basically feeling Brent out. And Brent is not the most threatening looking person. So, I can see how they would just pounce on his ass. But our man Geek Culture is like, hey, he shouldn't have been treated like that. So, what do you guys think? Was Brent's treatment fair at the con? Or was it foul? You could put fair or foul in the comments. I want to know what you guys think. Was his treatment fair or was it foul? Now, they didn't kick him out, but it wasn't fair. Okay, y'all. Okay, I see. Hey. I'm like, hey, what the hell are you doing here? But hey, I could be wrong. Oh, shit. A lot of y'all team Brent, huh? I'm the only one saying like, yeah, that shit was fair. They're like, nah, it's foul. Laura said fair. Travis like, nah, foul. I'm like, all right.
So Brent and I talked for a little while and parted ways, but I told him I would relay to Henry what happened from my side of it. And that's kind of that. Now, what happened after, I can't tell you. I wasn't there for it, but it was rough. He really downplayed it. So anyone that tries to say he over exaggerated or he just caused trouble, no. If he was name dropping Henry, I never once heard about that. Now, I'm not to say he wasn't. It's possible.
Right. We learned recently that he's been name dropping me at cons for over a year, showing them clips of me. I had no idea, but I appreciate the promo and I appreciate the confidence from Brent, who's like, yeah, I don't agree with nothing Henry say, but it is a good channel. I was like, oh, all right. I like that.
Possible, but the whole rest of it, no. Anyways, that's kind of my thoughts on it, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. Thanks, Henry, for always being out there, keeping it real, sharing every side of the story, and keeping the truth going.
Henry, thank you so much.
Until next time, catch you on the flip side.
All right, that's our guy, Geek Culture, out there. Make sure you go give him a sub. Man, just breaking down more perspective. You know who could really rock this? But they don't got the balls to come on the show, Christy. She's like, yeah, I know him, and I know why I banned your ass on them fake-ass Discord messages. But what do you think of Geek Culture's take on the whole situation? A new perspective. He's of the opinion that Brent was treated foul, despite mentioning my name. And I'm of the opinion that Brent was treated fairly. Or as he should have been. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.